we'll pass it off, say, okay, Chad's coming down to pick you up, Brian's coming down to pick you up. Just hold on, I'll cancel the ride once I get there.
It's not every man for themselves.
Yeah.
We're a network. We're a team. Okay? That's the only way that this is going to work.
Do not want to lose passengers saying, oh, I can't get a ride, or this app doesn't work. We make it work. The price that Hum quotes is just an estimate.
That's what I look at.
If it's worth you doing it, say Uber's paying you 11 and Hum's going to pay you 35, you can still do it anywhere from 11 to 35.
Yep.
Right? Anything more than the other one pays you. So it's just an estimate to give you the estimating skills that you would develop in a business anyways. When you're working piece rate and stuff, sometimes you'll go give a quote and say, oh, that's a little bit too much. Well, let me see how I can squeeze my numbers. When I was a painting company, they always would lay out the other contractors' estimates in front of us before we got in there, just trying to act like, oh, I was just going through estimates, right? But they lay them out with those numbers high and bright.
Oh, yeah.
So you can do it for the 35 Hum quotes, or you can say this is a $50 ride for me because I got to go all the way down there and come back. Alan the other day took one going down to Tucson. It had been swirling around. The guy had been waiting an hour. We had it coming back and forth to us for like 20 minutes. So Alan said, I'm going to go take this and go see what's going on with him. He runs down there, and they told him they'd been waiting an hour. He said, well, I can't do this for less than $300. He's in a Suburban. They said, well, they're just charging me 180. He goes, can you do it for 240? He goes, no, I'll do it for 300. That's what it's worth to me. So he starts to drive away, and he's like, come on, let's go. Anyway, he paid him 300 cash up front. He drove down to Tucson. They gave him $100 tip.
That's
So, and that was
people
at 12:30 at night.
Most people, they're going to try to negotiate that initial price, but at the end of the day, because they, I got you right now. Chris was like, I saw it doesn't. They're not like all different types.
Yeah, true. They get them on the internet.
They need to get us the colors and the prints and stuff. I buy my own magnets. I paid for these magnets. I'm giving them away because doing other advertising for us. For you guys that are starting, take those cards. But when you do a couple rides, these at Staples for one-sided are $25 for 500.
It is your company, guys.
So,
invest in your business.
and it's a one-day print.
I tell you, I paid $30 a month to be on Hum. The first month I was in here in February, that covered my year already. I had already made over $360 already just using Hum in February. So I'm riding on profits. The money that Hum is taking out of my account every month, I've made that shit like 10 times over by now.
And I prepaid mine for the year because they did a discount with it. And then everything I make till the end of November is mine.
Yep.
People go, how much you get? It's like, I get all of it.
And it's commercial
I said,
insurance.
that's
That's what I
really
tell
easy
folks.
for me
It's
to
commercial
get out and go
insurance.
driving when I know I'm going to make that money. And everybody I convert, I make that money.
Yeah.
I want to put this out there too. I was on the leaderboard. I worked 3 days.
That's the first week.
Yeah.
That's after.
That's a lot of hits.
Tuesday, let's watch. Tuesday, I'll be on it too.
Put the crown on. Let's see if it's going to fit.
Yeah.
Take a picture. But the point is, guys, it doesn't take a lot of effort to see success.
Yeah.
You just have to go out there.
You gotta want it, man.
This
Just
one trip
apply
I'm going to
yourself.
go do, I dropped him off under Uber. And now I'm going to pick him up under Hum. It's a $40 ride to the airport. There's my month. For somebody that would never get you back under Uber and Lyft. They don't repeat customers. I've done 15,000 rides and had 3 people repeat. One, because I drove out of town with him and he did a green request to get the ride to Tucson as a way of doing a private ride without doing it.
Yeah.
And then one where it was the uncle, then it was the niece, and one where it was one on Uber, one on Lyft. They do not want you to repeat with your passengers. So if you find a passenger, this guy's really cool and stuff, get him back. Make him a regular passenger for you under Hum. If they like you and all those drivers go, how do I get you back? Well, you've got to switch to Hum.
And also,
you can't do it Uber.
And make sure you guys get Square too. Make sure you get Square. Square is a business. Like I just opened my Square account and the very first couple me and Jamil did together, I mean, my amounts are like $200, $200, 60, 70, 60, 80, 60, 50, 50. These are all people with credit cards who don't want to pay through Cash App or Venmo. I mean, it's just, I mean, these are all people who I push through Hum. Even last week I did what, 50, 60, 60, 70, 60, 65, 55, 65. And these all rides would be on Uber for like $20, on Lyft, $30. And I'm doing it for 200, 60, 80, 90. Get Square.
The reason why I tell people to get Square,
Yeah, you just tap and pay. Because I just take my case off. Like whenever somebody wants to pay, I just take my case off like this. I ask them, hey, will you want me to email it to you? Get out, take the luggage out, put it on the curb. I mean, it is so fast. Using Square is fast.
and they get a receipt.
And they get a receipt.
And these are the people that say, I have a corporate account.
Yeah, it's corporate
That they
account.
have to download.
If you guys haven't heard, Uber just announced they're
So
partnering
if you do a
with,
private ride,
Yeah.
they don't need it downloaded.
with GMC, with
The
the,
cruise.
In order for them to.
and by 2025, they're gonna start it full-time either in Phoenix or Dallas or in one of the California. It will be here. We have a grid, we have the easiest system.
So
Cruise will be here, and Uber will be manipulating the thing to send anything with profit to Cruise, and you guys will be picking up all the crumbs and whatever they want to give you. But they are getting rid of you. The next year, 2025, they fully intend to launch a full fleet of Cruise in Arizona, in Phoenix. So get ready for it to end. You need to go.
Those guys can go in the freeway?
They will,
They will,
yes.
which just like my.
How much money do I have to pay you to allow me to go on the freeway? You're the politician in charge of the ADOT. What is it gonna take? What free trips, what tickets do I leave on your desk? There's a lot of ways of sliding you stuff. Sit you on the board of our corporation and pay you $300,000 or $1 million a year.
And I'm gonna tell you guys, hey, once a week. His wife, she went to the Olympics all the time. This dude makes $600 an hour. He doesn't care what I charge him. I just give him a price and he gives me more every time. So talk to these doctors and dentists out here. That's where you're gonna get your money from.
Because annual ride,
And
you do
oh, that
not pay
sounds
you.
good. We've got Katie
Passenger fee
Diego there going, oh, they're better than having a driver. They're safer. They're not safer. They're worse. They crash all the time. They glitch.
And they cost more.
Yeah. Uber is now on the path to eliminate you guys.
You did
If you're
subscribe to
not
that.
driving Lyft, you better get on Lyft
Yeah.
right now too, to keep it going.
I don't do
But
Uber, I do Lyft.
you need to go steal as many customers from Uber.
Can you take a
The
screenshot
purpose
of
of
that?
having Uber is to take everybody, bring them over. We need to educate people and tell them, when they pay Uber for a cruise or for a Waymo, that money leaves the city, leaves the state, leaves the country. Their bank accounts are now offshore. There is nothing to
Have you seen
support
those?
this community with those
Have you
self-driving
seen the
cars,
cruises?
except somebody who washes the car and plugs it in.
It's so fucking
at
small, no
minimum
one's gonna get in
wage.
those damn things.
So there is no jobs in this state for those things. They're trying to replace you all. So knowing that they're trying to replace you so quick, that needs to put a sense of urgency on building your book of business with us. We need to get out there and build it. Have your private. I've got 95 people in my phone listed as passenger that keep me busy. I'm not as busy as him, but I'm trying to be. See, I sat down so I could look up to him.
There will be a
Anyways.
market for those who want that personal touch.
Yeah, there is. Brian backs me up all the time. Alan and Jeff back me up all the time. You know, Ruben is always, get a group of you drivers. Always have people knowing somebody in every different area where you're driving and stuff. And if you can't get to them, we're gonna get somebody else to, because we do not want them going back to Uber.
Yeah,
We want them.
Actually, that was my question when you talk about the network at the beginning.
Yes.
That if you are in an area and you are busy, but you see that there is a flag in that area, you can call somebody else.
You can call someone else that you know, hey, there's one over here, can you go pick them
But
up?
how do you know? Do you get it in the app or?
These are private rides that I get for
Oh,
passengers will
okay.
text me. I ask everybody to text me, not call, because my phone sends them a spam. Text me with advance notice. But if you can't give advance notice, still text me because I may be at the airport. I had 2 last week where, hey, I forgot, are you available at the airport? Yes, I am. And I know these guys may be near the airport. So if I can't get it, say, hey, I've got someone at the airport. I've got, what was your name?
Luis.
Luis? Hey, Luis. Anyways, I'll say, hey, Luis is at the airport right now. Do you mind if he comes and picks you up? And hey, Luis, get down here. He's wearing a green shirt. He's standing under this pillar on Terminal 4 South, right? And we send you there. Know your areas. Know what sides of the airports are best. Anywhere going east, north door 1, south door 2 goes west, and Terminal 3, everything is west or south. So know it when we go into events and concerts and stuff. Go practice driving in the day before. Know how to get in and get out quickly and efficiently. People are always amazed. Like when we did the waste management, they were blown away by how quickly we were coming in and out. And I had a passenger that took 10 rides with Hum that week. They caught one of us on the first ride and they switched, and they probably saved $600-700 that weekend just using Hum. And she kept telling me, you guys are amazing at getting it out of here.
Actually, at the waste management, we use the same ratio right here.
Yeah, same racetrack the rest of them use. But learn it beforehand. If we know there's an event, go there and learn it. Don't just sit there and think, okay, I'll go there and get some. No. Go drive it beforehand and know which way in, which way out. And that's what Anthony did. They sent us the path of where to go. He went in and found out, here's where the thing is. Let's find out how to get in and out of there. Let's be efficient. Let's show them like we're professional drivers, not just somebody coming out on the weekend to see their cash, right? So, you know, there's a lot of little tricks. You know, we all have a different way. Yeah. We all have a different way of doing this. We speak different languages, different words that we use, right? He speaks Spanish, I speak Canadian. He speaks Canadian.
I speak freaking money. That's what I speak.
So get comfortable. Just if you're uncomfortable talking to people, just bring up small talk. Get used to talking to people and stuff. I was the shyest kid you ever knew growing up. No, I was incredibly shy, but I had to get out of my shyness. I put myself, worked in a bar and stuff, and broke that shyness down. So when you realize that this is what you want to do as a living, or this is what will make you your money, your extra money, you want to go on that trip to Europe and you're doing this as a side job, you have to say what's more important. Me being too shy to speak to people, I'm afraid of what if they say this, like I said, what if you don't go to Europe? What if you don't go to Mexico? What if you don't go to Puerto Vallarta? Because you didn't talk to these people. They're a building block to your plans in the future, what you need for yourself.
Thank you, Jamil.
So you need to just go on and get out of that shyness and just practice. No push, but understand there is a deadline to all of us, and Uber just announced it yesterday. So that deadline for Phoenix is coming next year, January, the busy time.
So the one thing I would add too is a couple things. One, you want to try and make your transaction with these people as easy as possible. All right. So my first suggestion is practice your pitch. Hey, I did. I did it with my mom, who is illiterate as far as when it comes to any type of ride share, any type of anything. But she's smart when she knows a con when she sees a con, So I practiced it with her. She goes, yeah, you got that down pretty good. I'd take a ride with you. If I can get my mom to take a ride with me, we're good to go. All right. The other thing is, like I said, making it as easy as possible. Like Jeff just said with Square, I have 5 ways that you can pay me. Good old American cash, Square, and then I also have 3 apps that you can pay me on. Zelle, Venmo, Cash App. I all have these in the back of my thing, so when they want to do it, I don't have to sit here and fidget on my phone to try and find a QR code or find my account name. Yeah, just boom.
those QR codes on the back so they can pay you while you're driving
Yeah.
and jump out of your car, because with
Yeah.
Jeff, they keep telling me, I couldn't get out of the car quick enough. I was glad he had the QR code so I could pay
Well-
before I got there, right?
I've even got the child lock, so I have to physically unlock the door for him. You're not running on my ass, all right? So, I mean, I set it up like that. I have to unlock the door. I have to open up the back so you can get your luggage. I don't get paid. None of that happens. You'll sit in my car and you won't be able to get out because I'm gonna keep on. I'll keep driving around the parking lot until you decide to pay me. Go ahead. People that I do on a regular basis, I don't even worry about it. They've either already paid me or, you know, and then there are people that I've said, hey, I'm not moving until I get payment. You know, and it's just trust your gut. That's all I can say is trust your gut. My gut hasn't led me wrong yet. I haven't had to chase anybody down. I haven't had to run anybody over with my little Chevy Equinox. You know, I've got two little things on the front that have. Okay.
And I went ahead and canceled my account, but I keep paying, so they keep charging my account. So two things bring me here. One, I want to know if there's maybe something that I was doing wrong, so I can do it right, or if it's exactly the same, I can go ahead and cancel my account, and I have my money back. I've been paying 39 per month, more than 2 months, I believe.
So you've been paying what, 39? So you're an XL? You have an XL? Okay. So, what we're kind of saying here is this isn't Uber and Lyft. You're not going to get a ride here, ride here, ride here, ride here. Okay? This allows you to be an independent contractor, which means I can take an Uber and Lyft ride and I can switch them to Hum. Okay? We can teach if you're willing to do it. If you're not willing to do it, then, I mean, I'll be straight up with you. Cancel your subscription. If you're not willing to talk to people and be willing to take that first step, you know, to get away from Uber and Lyft and use just Hum, just use Uber and Lyft to, hey, this is a recommendation for me, this is a recommendation for me. And like I said, I was in your shoes in April. I just heard about Hum from my man here, and I heard about it, and I said, okay, well, I'm gonna go to a meeting, see what's up. I had everything but the background check done in the meeting, because I was just sold, you know. So from April, I did, in April I did 30 rides. By just converting, by this man setting me up with somebody, and I still take him 4 o'clock every morning. I take him from Mesa down to the Coca-Cola plant off of Elliott and the 10. So then, like I said, I did 30 rides that month. The next month, I did 45. June, I did 60. July, I got up to 85, and I took the last week off because I was living large in Mexico. And then this month I've kind of slowed down because my dad's in the hospital, so I'm going back and forth with that. And so I'm a little slack in there, but I still got 4 rides every day that I do. And without those, man, I'd be freaking sucking. But, you know, it was hard work to convince people that, hey, you want to use me as your driver. I'm great. My car's got plenty of legroom for you. It's got plenty of height for the tall drivers. I got a big back luggage area that I can, oh sweet, I just got a $10 tip, outstanding. I've got a big back, so I've handled 4 people with 4 big suitcases. So I'm not worried about that. I can offer you a better ride than what you're going to get with Uber and Lyft. And that's what I tell them. You know, Hum will sell itself. Once you tell them no surge pricing, 100% goes to the driver, usually you don't even have to talk past that. They're like, oh, wow, really? They want to give you the money. It's up to you to take it. All right? Now, the other thing I just want to say is you got to sell yourself. You got to, like I said, make things easy for them. Make an easy transaction. Make it easy, smooth. Hey, all it takes, man, is I just got to put your phone number in. Man, we can do this ride for 30 bucks. You're paying 50. I'll do it for 30 bucks. How's that sound? Great. Am I worried about you reporting me? No, because I'm saving you money. I've yet to hear anybody call up Uber or Lyft and say, man, I need to report Jeff. He tried to save me money. You know?
They be trying me. I don't know.
You know, and I mean, that's just it. If you're not willing to do that, if you're not willing to have, you know, take that first step to just start a conversation. And like I said, if you got some Hums, like I said, if you want some of these, I can give you some. This cost me 85 cents to do this. 85 cents. Why? Because I looked pitiful when I went to Office Depot. Oh, man, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. How do I get this to your printer? Oh, well, you just do this, this, and this. Okay. So I did that. I said, well, I want it on the back of here. Can you do that? Yeah, would you like me to cut it up for you, make it look all nice and neat? Oh, hell yeah. Well, do you want it laminated? Yeah. Do you want the big thick one? Yeah. And she goes, no, like, all right, how much is that going to cost me? She goes, you look like my dad. So I just want to help you out. It's only going to cost you what it costs to email the freaking printer. Wow, 85 cents. Now, like I said, does it work every time? No, I try to look pitiful sometimes, but it doesn't work every time. It did. It does. It worked the other day, though.
I don't tell a lot of stories. I'm gonna tell you like this. You say you want to cancel your account. You want to cancel because you can't. How long have you been driving?
Well, you mean altogether, I've been driving for 7 months.
7 months total. All right, you're still new, so you don't get it yet. You gotta be ready to get out of rideshare into ride service. That's the difference. Rideshare is not gonna pay you money. I'm gonna tell you, I've been doing this for 5 years. I got 5 cars. I drive 5 different cars. Rideshare pays for everything I got, including my house. But in order to do that, I gotta pull people off the app. The app is not gonna pay me. So this is the trick. Somebody gets in your car, you're getting paid $11. You know the app is getting at least 22 because they're taking 50%. So you gotta sell that trip for 20 bucks. That's what you gotta do. They're not gonna give you 20. You gotta go get the 20. You know what I'm saying?
Are you a salesman? Do you know how to sell?
I have some skills, yes.
See, a lot of people that get in rideshare think that they won't pay you. They don't want to pay you. These apps want to play you. You get them corporate money and corporate bonuses and corporate millions. You are a tool for where they want to get to. Once you understand that, then you stop giving a shit about the apps now. I don't care about my AR, my cancellations. I don't care how they feel. I don't answer support. I don't even call support. If they steal $5 from me, I'm taking the next 5 rides. I don't call them for $5. I don't have 30 minutes to fight over $5. The next 5 rides are now converted. It's all mine now. So what you got to do is realize who you are in this game of rideshare and ride service. You are your own business. You don't work for Uber. You don't work for Lyft. This is commercial insurance at $1 a day, $365 a year. Uber, you're paying them $20,000 a year for commercial insurance.
Minimum.
You're paying them 20 grand. You pay them $360. I would never cancel home because with $360 a year for commercial, you give me free reign over what I can do with my truck. Oh shit, you ain't got to. I've already paid that. In the first month of me driving home, I made more than $360. So every ride I do now is profit. With Uber, they let you get on the app for free because they're billing you through every ride you do. So you're gonna get $120,000 on your 1099, but you only taking home $50,000. They're billing you $70,000 a year to drive for them. That's marketing, that's insurance, that's all these other fees you're paying. They tell you it's a free app. It's not a free app. You're paying for it. Yeah. So if you really want a free app, pay $360 and you get out there and you hustle. You take everybody off Uber. I don't pay Uber shit. I don't pay Lyft shit because I use them as a hot lead service. I know people want to find a ride because I turn on Uber and Uber says, Jeff, go pick up Shelly over here. I go pick up Shelly. I'm not doing this for 13. I'll do it for 25. Okay. Now Shelly's in my car. I never paid Uber shit. I just use them. They using me. So I don't give a shit about them. They use me, I'm going to use you back. And when they're ready to get rid of me, cool. By that time, My whole private ride base is built up. If I go through my phone, if I hit the word client in my phone, I just type in client. You're gonna see about 70, 80 names pop up in my phone with client in front of it. Because I go client, Jamil, client, Kev, client, Tracy. Everybody's client, their name, where they're from. Because that way, when I get deactivated, now I will one day, I just contact all my clients. Because each client knows at least 2 people that that refer to me. So if I got 70 people on my phone, 70 plus another 140, that's 210 people that I can possibly make money off of. 210 people at $40 a month, that's $8,000 a month I can make off the people in my phone. I can deal with them. I don't gotta deal with Uber and Lyft. So you only been driving for 7 months. So you don't even know that they playing the shit out of you yet. We used to get paid, man. We used to get paid. We ain't getting paid like that no more. So you coming in the right group at the right time.
You've been here for 7 months, right?
No, you're in Arizona?
No, doing
Driving.
Oh, yeah, I had
7 months,
yeah.
right? Okay. What's your average amount that you get from Uber and Lyft?
A month?
No, just
Just
an
per ride.
average
Per ride.
Oh, God. You know,
$7, $10?
I would say maybe $10, but
Okay.
I know.
Do you know how much that $10 the customer paid?
I'll
20 or 30?
check with
It's about
customers.
$30, $35.
I know about it, they take more than 65% sometimes getting us to ship. So I know.
So, do you want to make sure that an application like that makes more money than you?
No, not shitty. That is why I signed up for him, but I ended up not making a penny
Well,
until.
How many?
Because you're waiting on rides.
Yeah.
You're waiting on rides.
How many-
I make rides happen.
Yeah.
You gotta make it happen.
Yeah.
Uber is sending you rides, Lyft is sending you rides nonstop. Each ride they send you, that's your money. Don't do it on their app, do it on Hum. Because you've never done a manual ride before.
I have.
You've done manual rides?
Yeah, I've picked up some dude, it was late at night. I've actually done it so many times. You know, someone jumps in my car and I tell them, oh man, this looks like a long trip. How much did you pay for it? And you go like $100 from the airport to Fountain to Meals. And I'll be like, well, I can take you for 90. And they go like, okay, cool.
That's how you do it. That's how you
I've
do
done
it.
before,
Hey guys,
but I
really
didn't-
quick. You guys can finish your conversation.
Now
Now that we have everybody here,
$75.
we need 100% participation for this event. Okay? It is September 6th. It is called Profiles of Success. It's at the Phoenix Convention Center from 5:30 to 9. We need 100% participation there. We are trying to take over this client. They utilize Uber,
Let's cruise.
okay? So we want them to utilize us now. That means more rides for you guys in the future. So
Without the
again,
email, let's do it.
100% participation, please.
What date?
September
September
6th.
6th.
What day is that? Are you gonna be sending a message out on it or not?
Yeah, they'll probably send out an
It's a
email.
Friday from 5:30 to 9.
Yeah, they'll probably send out a text about it. He's just telling us right now. But they're gonna send a text out later.
Yeah, I mean, again, 100% participation. I'm gonna be telling you guys every driver meetup.
Let's
Okay?
do it. Let's do
That
it.
way we remember.
I'll set an alarm in my phone.
Yeah, please. These are gonna be high-end clients too.
Good. I'm there. I'm there. We got the hats. Get you a driver's hat. I'm telling you. That's how you get them.
Yeah, so I think my biggest issue has been I've been remember.
This is not the business.
Yeah, it shows up is $5. How much you're going to make out of it? That's one.
Yeah.
And number two, when you're done, they give you like, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been trying to stay away from it. But like, I think what can save me right now is how do I switch? You know, this because I know I can.
I got
talk to them.
you. Are you on my podcast? Mike Drop Barbecue. You're not on the podcast, all right? See, I'm gonna get you on the YouTube podcast. I'm gonna get you on that podcast because we talk a lot on there, and we got a lot of videos, a lot of drivers from all over the United States showing how they get somebody to actually go with them as a private driver, even on the spot.
The video?
Because the trick is getting somebody to convert right there, not to come back later. Because if you right there, you only get $13 right there. That means this might be the last time you drive that person. They might just need a ride from the airport, and that's the only ride they're gonna need for a year. So you might as well get what you can while you can. So my trick is, if you come to my car, and I'm not, like I did a ride on Lyft last night, it was Uber, it was $26 for 3 miles. I'm not converting that. It's $26 for 3 miles, I'm not converting that. I'll give them that. 26 for 3 miles, I'll do it. But if it was like $6 for 6 miles, I'm gonna make it a $15 ride. So you know when to convert, you know when not to. So once you see that transaction, you see somebody come in your car, you know they're paying double this and you're only getting $1 a mile, 50 cents a mile. That's when you have to kick in that entrepreneur and say, I'm making this a $20 ride.